I know you are capable of achieving anything you want in life. There is no doubt about it. But right now, at this very moment, there are some negative thoughts running through your mind, some limiting beliefs that are holding you back from getting what you truly deserve. So if you're going through something similar, I want you to know that you're not alone. I have been in your position, and so have other successful people. Affirmations are one of the most effective tools to change the story you tell yourself. They allow you to bypass the conscious mind and directly program your subconscious. Let me explain. So here goes. My story began when I was just a young boy growing up in my hometown. Life wasn't easy. It whispers lies in your ear, trying to convince you that you're not good enough, smart enough, or talented enough to achieve your dreams. But right now, at this very moment, there's some negative thoughts running through your mind, some limiting beliefs that are holding you back from getting what you truly deserve. And if you don't change these thoughts, these beliefs, then you will never become the person you were meant to be. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you realize that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Remember, you are amazing, and I believe in you. Now it's time for you to take action. Go out there and make your dreams a reality. It tells you that you're not worthy of love, happiness, or success. But here's the truth. Your self-doubt is just a liar. It's a fraud. It wants to keep you small and insignificant so that it can continue to control you. But you don't have to let it win. You are bigger, stronger, and more powerful than your self-doubt. So stand up, shake off the weight of your self-doubt, and declare to the world who you really are. You are amazing. You are wonderful. You are talented, and you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Don't let your self-doubt win. Fight back. And remember, you're not alone in this battle. I'm fighting alongside you. We are a team, and together we will overcome. I didn't come from a wealthy family, and we struggled financially. But I knew that I didn't want to live a mediocre life. I wanted more for myself. So I started reading books about personal development and self-improvement. I devoured books like Think and Grow Rich and The Science of Getting Rich. I studied these books cover to cover and implemented the principles they taught. And guess what happened? My life began to change. I started making more money, achieving my goals, and living with a sense of purpose and fulfillment that I had never felt before. But it wasn't always easy. There were times when I doubted myself and felt like giving up. But I knew that I couldn't do that. I had to keep going. So I visualized myself succeeding. I created a vision board filled with images of the things I wanted to achieve. And I repeated affirmations every day to remind myself of my goals. Eventually, my hard work and dedication paid off. I built a successful business and became financially independent. I never would have believed it if someone had told me in my early days that one day I'd be where I am now. But here I am, and it's all because I never gave up on myself. I believed in myself when no one else did. I trusted the process and kept moving forward. And guess what? You can do the same thing. You have the power within you to achieve anything you set your mind to. All you have to do is believe in yourself. Trust the process and keep moving forward. Success is waiting for you on the other side. When you repeat a phrase over and over again, such as I love myself, I am beautiful, or I am worthy, it starts to influence your emotions and eventually changes the way you think and act. So here's how you use affirmations to rewire your brain. First, you want to choose an affirmation that resonates with you. For example, if you want to improve your financial situation, a good affirmation to choose would be, I am abundant. Money flows easily to me. Next, you want to write down your affirmation so that you can see it every day. Then you want to repeat your affirmation out loud every day while looking at yourself in the mirror. Do this for 21 days straight and watch what happens. You see, the reason why affirmations work is because they bypass your conscious mind and go directly to your subconscious. Your subconscious is responsible for controlling your actions and behaviors, and is also responsible for creating your reality. So by repeating an affirmation over and over again, you eventually start to believe it is truth. And once you believe it is truth, it starts to show up in your reality. So if you want to change your beliefs and start thinking in a more positive light, then affirmations are a powerful tool that you can use to do so. So I want you to keep watching because I am going to share with you real stories of people who were in your position, who struggled with belief just like you, but who managed to turn things around and end up making millions of dollars. I want to share with you 3 true stories of people who had zero talent, zero connections, and yet ended up making millions of dollars simply by believing in themselves. Story No. 1. A man named Dave began his career as a copywriter. He wrote sales letters for businesses, and he was good at his job, but he always felt like there had to be more to life than just writing sales letters. One day, he read a book about the power of the mind, and it changed his life. He realized that his thoughts create his reality, and he started using this knowledge to his advantage. He began to think thoughts like, I am successful, I am wealthy, and I am happy. And guess what happened? His life began to change. He started attracting more clients, earning more money, and feeling happier than he had ever felt before. Story number 2. A woman named Sarah was a stay-at-home mom who felt like her life had no purpose. She had always wanted to be a writer, but she didn't think she was good enough. Then one day she read a quote that said, if you want something you've never had before, you need to do something you've never done before. So she decided to take a leap of faith and start writing a novel. She spent 2 years writing the novel, and when she finally finished it, she sent it to a literary agent. To her surprise, the literary agent loved it and offered her a contract. The novel was published the following year and became an instant bestseller. Story No. 3. A man named John was a waiter who dreamed of becoming an actor. He had always been shy and insecure, but he knew that he had a gift for acting. One day, he decided to take an acting class, and it changed his life. He learned how to overcome his shyness and how to use his imagination to create believable characters. He began auditioning for roles and landing small parts in TV shows and movies. Within a few years, he was a household name and had won an Academy Award for Best Actor. All these stories have one thing in common. These people were ordinary people who had no special talents or advantages. They were just everyday people like you and me. Yet they accomplished extraordinary things simply by believing in themselves. They believed that they could achieve anything they set their minds to, and they never gave up on their dreams. And if you don't change these thoughts, these beliefs, then you will never become the person you were meant to be. You will never get the success you desire. It literally rewires your brain and creates your subconscious beliefs. Let me explain. Your conscious mind is responsible for decision-making, analyzing, problem-solving, and rational thinking. However, most of our actions are performed without any conscious effort whatsoever. Things like walking, riding a bike, driving a car, or even talking are all examples of actions that we do on autopilot. So what happens is that the more you repeat certain actions on autopilot, the more these actions become encoded into your subconscious mind. For example, if you decide that you're going to meditate every morning at 7 a.m. and you do it for 21 days straight, it eventually gets encoded into your subconscious mind. It's now part of who you are and what you believe about yourself. So whatever story you tell yourself over and over again, it gets encoded into your subconscious and becomes your truth. You start to see yourself as someone who is either capable or incapable of doing something. And this is why you have to be extremely careful with the story you tell yourself. For example, let us say you decided to start working out and you go to the gym every day for 2 weeks. But after the second week, you start telling yourself stories like, oh, it's too hard, man. I can't believe I have to work out every day. Or, oh, I'm not seeing any results. I might as well quit. Now, what happens is that your body starts to accept this story as truth. You feel lazy and unmotivated when it comes to working out. In fact, the thought of going to the gym makes you feel terrible. And it doesn't matter how much willpower you try to muster up. You just can't bring yourself to do it. Why? Because the story you told yourself became your reality. It got encoded into your subconscious mind. So please remember that whatever story you tell yourself over and over again, it becomes your reality. So be extremely careful with the story you tell yourself. So today I am gonna help you out with that. because I see so many people struggle with believing in themselves. In fact, 9 out of every 10 people on this planet have trouble with their beliefs. Trouble with trusting in themselves and their own abilities. Point no. 1. Change the story you tell yourself. The story you tell yourself about yourself becomes your reality. Point number 2. Use affirmations to rewire your brain. Point no. 3. Real stories of people who turn belief into results. And now it's time for me to share with you a 4th story. A story that's personal to me. Point number 4. UVS. Your self-doubt. Your self-doubt is like a heavy weight dragging you down. You are capable of achieving anything you want in life. There is no doubt about it.